for the delivery.
Rob, an interesting week with the Springbok announcements and SAA. Some of your guys have got reward. You've been quite pleased with some of the reward.
Yeah, I'm very pleased with the guys that are in the box squad, and then also in the SA squad. They really deserved it, and they've all worked hard for it. So that's fantastic, and hopefully there's more to come.
Your two hookers.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm really pleased for both of them, and especially Frank. That I think that was unexpected for him, but certainly a great reward.
Robert, your predecessors, I remember John Plumtree in 2012 being quite upset when some of the players were told before the last game, like in other words, this is the last game before the June break, that they were told they were Springboks, and you ended up losing to the Lions. There's another bit of a concern that, I mean, I thought it was a bit weird that they announced it before this last round. I mean, they had a whole week now that they could have announced.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Gavin, I haven't given it that much thought. But you know, I guess Western Province or Stormers will also be affected in the same way then, you know. But look, I think we know how the importance of this derby on Saturday. So I think that'll bring the best out of both teams.
But you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
You know, and especially a new Springboks.
I agree.
I don't want to get injured.
I agree. Yeah.
Rob, talking about the two hookers going through, also the lucid props, Thomas, you starting with him ahead of Beast, the thinking there?
Yeah, look, we, I've said to the guys, before the Sunwolves game, the guys that are, I need to start sticking to certain combinations, and I wanted to reward the guys that have done well for us against the Sunwolves. Cooney we brought Cooney back in because obviously he had the rest, the Springbok rest. But as for the rest of the guys, they've done the job, so they must start again.
But Rob, are you still sort of concerned, 10, 11 games into the competition, that you guys still haven't sort of quite delivered your X Factor game yet? Every sort of game you guys are saying you want to play better. I mean, other than the last 6 minutes against the Sunwolves, you guys were sort of in the balance there as well.
It's coming this weekend. The X Factor game is coming this weekend.
In the chess matches.
Yeah. No, I mean, the test match comment is really about the importance of this game. So, but yeah, we haven't, again against Sunwolves there were some opportunities that we didn't take. The conditions weren't fantastic. The humidity there is probably worse than here in Durban in the heart of summer. So that made it difficult. But I really enjoyed the intent of the guys on attack. So I think we're on the right track now.
And Rob, log points still vital for you guys. I mean, in terms of where you might finish up, where you might travel. I mean, obviously you first got to win all the games. But,
sure.
I mean, the Stormers, the log points probably don't really matter that much.
Yeah. No, it's massively important for us. And now going into the last 3 games of the campaign, it's really important that we do get our momentum really going.
Robert, there's another Robert who's not playing at the moment, but who is very much a stalwart in the Stormers team.
Yes.
I was going to ask you 2 questions. One of them, how much do you think that it's a strange question to be asking you because you're his father.
Yeah.
How much they may miss him now that he's not there, because I really thought he was playing, he was taking on the defenders and really doing well before he was injured.
Yeah.
And the second one is that as a father of somebody in the team, you must have spent a lot of time watching the Stormers this season.
Yeah.
I mean, more than you would normally watch the other team.
I have.
Yeah.
I certainly think he's it's a big I think what I certainly think it's a big loss for them, and he has played well. So I'm not pleased that he's, in a way, it's very difficult to play against him when he is playing. It's always difficult to play, against your son. But yeah, I'm just very sorry for him, because of the injury. But obviously, he was definitely playing good rugby.
Do you think that they have to change the game a bit when he's not there? Because last week I didn't feel they had the same shape.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
And just also speaking about the Stormers, because I mean you have obviously seen them more than most.
Yeah.
I mean, what have you made of them this season? I mean, having watched them because your son's playing for them.
Yeah. Look, I mean, we know what they're going to bring. They've got some really good a good pack of forwards. Their scrum has been really good, been dominant. Their driving wars are good. We know what's coming. And then if you give them an opportunity, they'll play. So defensively, we're gonna have to be really sharp and stop those big boys coming around the corner.
Philip, is that something that you guys learned from the Kiwi teams, that when the Stormers were on tour, about stopping their momentum? Have you learned something from those games that the Stormers played over there?
Yeah, we definitely have picked up stuff, a couple of things we can use. One definitely would be to stop them as early as possible within the first two phases, force them to rather kick or try something different than just coming around the corner. If we're going to concede yards around those corners, we're going to have a long day at the office.
And also, obviously, the Stormers, they like to counter-attack. Handling errors, things like that, something, it goes without saying, you want to tighten up on certain errors like that?
I think, like Coach Rob said, I think there's a lot of positive things we can take out from the previous game. The intent of the guys that they want to play. And then, like you've mentioned, it's now just to tighten it up a little. I think it's more difficult to motivate a guy to try something than it is just to tighten up things. So if we're already there, I think it's a good start. And then we must just try and focus more and rather think before we make that last pass or decision. And I think that will work for us on the weekend.
Your last big derby, I mean, with reference to the Kings, your last big derby was against the Lions. And I mean, you should have won that game, really. I mean, you were robbed by the referee. And the previous one was against the Cheetahs at Bloemfontein. You did really well.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe you sort of, because you are a bit like Liverpool in the English Premier League, you seem to come out and play the best rugby against the better teams.
Yeah.
Like almost like in a derby atmosphere. I mean, do you think that you guys lift yourselves more for a big derby? I know the Kings was a difference, but the good set.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you, Gavin. But good teams need to win those games that are not that seem to be not that important.
But if these derbies almost take on a life of their own, just because it's a derby, and do you think this game could really be a special game given that your attacking intent and the Stormers' attacking intent?
I think also the timing and the situation of the game at the moment. So there will be players that want to prove themselves for the box. Guys that have been left out, they would like to prove themselves. The derby is always personal, so it's a personal battle. And I think that just adds to a lot of things, and that will make this game, I think, very important. And obviously the importance for us for winning this game. And like I've mentioned before, it's not about winning only, it's about playing a style or a brand that we can be proud of, and we need to improve our play if we really want to compete to win this competition. So I think bearing all that in mind and putting it all together, I think it makes for a nice spectacle on the weekend.
Rob, you had to change your backs and that around last week. Obviously you're happy with them because the same formula this week. Some words on Spoo's performance. Right?
Yeah, I said to the team after the game, he really was an inspiration for all of us. His work rate was fantastic, and that's been coming. He's really worked hard for it.
Yeah, he's spoken about him a lot.
Yeah.
Johan Dijssel was another one that seemed to, especially on defence, kind of played as if he's been there for a while.
Yeah, he's He's obviously played for Namibia in the World Cup. So, Johan is solid. He's really solid, and he'll just get better.
Any further questions? Mike, you just want one-on-ones.